Hi, I'm Sheridan Webb from the Training Designers Club, the go-to place for practical support for all training designers. And I'd like to share another musing with you, just something to bring back to the front of our minds. And it's not going to be anything that's new to you. If you've been involved in training for any length of time at all, this is going to be, well, I know that. But sometimes it's worthwhile bringing things back to the front of our minds. And today's musing has come to me as I've just taken my daughter to college. Although actually she took herself to college. She's learning to drive, so she drove herself. And she's getting to that stage now where she is consciously competent. So yeah, there's still a few rough edges that we need to work out, but she's more or less there. The feedback she had from her driving instructor just recently was that she wasn't looking in her mirrors enough when she was changing speed. Now, this was a new one to me. I have to confess, I don't think I look in my mirrors when I'm changing speed. But that little bit of feedback that he gave to her, and then obviously I need to support her with, has made me reflect on my own driving skills and my own driving practice. So just in the last few days, I have made much more attention into looking into my mirrors, particularly when overtaking parked cars, because I realised that I actually didn't do that enough. And this links a little bit to one of the common conversations that we have, and it's something that we were talked about very recently in a round table that we had on training potential managers and future leaders. And that is about involving the line manager or involving buddies or mentors. Now, we know that it's so important to help that transition from the training room to the actual workplace. We know it's one of the key factors of enabling learning to transfer. It's one of the 12 levers, in fact. And we sometimes feel that we're banging our heads against a brick wall, don't we? Because the number of times people send their employees, send their team members on training and expect them to come back one day later, fully transformed. We know that that doesn't happen. The training is the start of the process, but what we really need to do is allow that person to practice with feedback and with a good role model in order to embed that training. And one thing that we talked about in our recent roundtable was how the fact that involving line managers or buddies or mentors helps them to refine their own skills as well. It makes them really reflect on what they're doing, as it did with me and my driving. I don't need driving lessons. These more experienced managers don't necessarily need training, but they do need to have a mirror held up to them every now and then. They need to be held accountable by people who are looking at them for guidance and for expertise, and they need to be reminded of what good looks like so that they can continually develop and just hone and refine their own skills. So my musing today is, how can we encourage that to happen more? We bang on about it all the time, at least I did, and I know most of the VIP members do, but what else can we do? Because these little things will help make that transfer of learning so much more effective, and that of course is going to bring real results to the bottom line. So I haven't got an answer for you, but I would love to know what your thoughts are on this. So pop them in the comments below and we'll see what we can come up with. And if you fancy being part of these conversations that we have on a weekly basis through our designer drop-ins, through our occasional roundtables, if you want to have that virtual team around you, do look into VIP membership. It provides really excellent value for money in terms of just-in-time practical training design support and beyond. It's not just about design. So I look forward to reading your comments and maybe seeing you in the VIP membership.